Belly fat is the most stubborn thing on your body. You can eat clean for weeks, hit the gym religiously, and still look down to see that same spare tire staring back at you. Meanwhile, your face gets leaner, your arms start showing definition, but your midsection? It's like it didn't get the memo that we're trying to lose weight here. I'm about to show you the exact method I use to strip belly fat without running a single mile. No treadmill torture sessions, no burpees until you puke, just a simple two-step system that actually works. And before you click away thinking this is another clickbait video, stick with me because I'm going to explain exactly why your current approach isn't working and what you need to change right now. But first, we need to talk about why belly fat is so ridiculously hard to lose. Because if you don't understand the enemy, you can't beat it. You've probably noticed this yourself. You lose weight in your face first. Your jawline starts popping, your arms begin to show some shape. But that belly fat? It's holding on for dear life, like it signed a lease and refuses to leave. And no, it's not because you're doing something wrong, or because you skipped leg day. It's literally just how your body is programmed to work. Your genetics control where fat comes off first and where it stays until the bitter end. And for the vast majority of people, the belly is the final boss. There are two main reasons why this happens, and understanding them will save you months of frustration. First, the fat cells around your stomach are stubborn as hell. They're biologically different from the fat on your arms or face. Your belly fat cells have more alpha receptors, which basically means they resist fat burning way harder than other areas. It's like trying to move a boulder while everything else is just pebbles. No matter what you do, it's always the last place to lean out. Second, blood flow. Your midsection has worse circulation than other body parts, which means those fat burning hormones your body releases don't reach your belly as effectively. So while your arms and face are torching fat, your stomach is basically sitting there ignored. That's why you can have veins popping in your biceps while your abs are still hiding under a layer of insulation. They're there, they're just not invited to the party yet. And here's the part that everyone gets wrong. You cannot spot reduce fat. I don't care what that Instagram ad told you. You can't do 1,000 crunches and expect your belly to melt away like butter. Fat loss happens everywhere at once, but your genetics decide which areas get hit first. Your body has favorite storage spots for fat, and those same spots are the most stubborn when it comes to burning it off. Some people lose face fat immediately and walk around with a chiseled jawline at 20% body fat. Others see their legs or arms tighten up first. But there's one universal truth that applies to everyone watching this video. The spot you hate the most will always be the last to go. It's frustrating, it's annoying, but that's just reality. Once you accept that, you can stop wasting time and energy on strategies that don't work. Now let's address the biggest myth in fitness. Ab exercises do not burn belly fat. You could do sit-ups until your core feels like it's on fire, and your stomach fat isn't going anywhere. That's not how the human body operates. But here's where it gets interesting, and this is important. Training your abs still matters a ton, just not for the reason you think. When you build your ab muscles, they become visible at higher body fat percentages. You don't need to be shredded down to 8% body fat just to see some definition. If you've actually developed your abs through training, they'll start showing through around 15 to 18% body fat. It's the same principle with every muscle group. Bigger muscles show through more easily. So no, crunches won't directly torch belly fat, but they will make your midsection look way more impressive once you do lose that fat. Think of ab training like setting the stage. You're building the sculpture underneath so that when the fat finally comes off, there's actually something worth showing. Your abs are getting ready for their debut. They're just waiting for the curtain of body fat to drop low enough. Now that you understand how belly fat actually works, Let me give you the exact two-step method to finally get rid of it. If you want to lose belly fat, there's only one real way to do it: calorie deficit. This is where 90% of people completely fail. Not because they don't know what to do, but because they can't stick with it long enough to see results. So, how do you set this up without turning it into some complicated science project? Step one is figuring out your maintenance calories. This is the amount of food your body needs every day to maintain your current weight. Eat more than that, you gain weight. Eat less than that, you lose weight. It's simple in theory, but in practice, most people have no idea what their numbers actually are. And then you have to break it down into protein, carbs, and fats. How much of each should you eat? What foods hit those targets? Do you really need to weigh every single thing you eat? It starts feeling like homework, and that's exactly where people quit. They track for 3 days, get overwhelmed, and then go back to eating whatever. The second you stop tracking, fat loss stops. That's the brutal truth. You can't outguess your calories. Your brain is terrible at estimating how much you're actually eating. That handful of almonds you think is 100 calories, it's probably 300. That small portion of pasta, try doubling what you think it is. This is why people eat clean and still don't lose weight. They're eating way more than they realize. This is exactly why I personally use MyFitnessPal to handle all of this. You set up your profile, enter your goal, and it calculates your daily calorie target plus your protein, carbs, and fats. No guessing, no spreadsheets, no math anxiety. Just clear numbers you can actually follow. Lose It is another solid option that works basically the same way. And tracking becomes pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. You can snap a picture of your food or use the barcode scanner, and these apps break down the calories and macros. No spending 10 minutes searching through databases trying to figure out if you ate the grilled chicken or the fried one. From my experience, it's accurate enough, but I still double check to make sure it didn't miss anything. Like if I have a salad with feta cheese and it doesn't catch it, I just add it manually in 2 seconds and move on. These apps have massive food databases, so that protein bar you're about to crush or that tub of Greek yogurt gets logged down to the exact serving. The point is, tracking doesn't have to be painful. Once you have a system, it becomes automatic. Muscles are built in the gym, but they're revealed in the kitchen. If you're not tracking what you eat, you're basically flying blind and hoping for the best. And hope is not a strategy. Alright, step 1 is handled. Now let's move to step 2, which is speeding up your calorie deficit. And no, that doesn't mean eating even less food. You can just burn more calories instead. And I already know what you're thinking. You've tried running, cycling, rowing, maybe even those brutal HIIT workouts that leave you gasping for air on the floor. And yeah, those absolutely burn calories. Pretending they don't work would be like saying pineapple belongs on pizza. These methods do torch calories fast. On paper, intense cardio looks like the perfect fat loss solution. But here's the problem. Most people can't stick with hardcore cardio long enough to actually see their belly fat disappear. And there are other downsides nobody talks about. If you do a brutal cardio session before lifting weights, your strength tanks. You're too exhausted to push heavy weight, so your workout suffers. If you do it after lifting, your muscles don't recover properly. Instead of growing, they're just constantly trying to survive. Either way, you're stalling your progress. Or even worse, you're burning muscle instead of fat. That's the opposite of what we want. That's why I ditched those soul-crushing treadmill sessions that left me feeling like a zombie for the rest of the day. If your goal is to lose belly fat and actually keep it off long term, your cardio can't be something you dread. It has to be something sustainable. Something you can do forever without hating your life. And the answer is absurdly simple. Walking. Yeah, that basic movement your legs were literally designed for. I can already hear the comments now. There's no way I'm getting shredded just by walking around. But here's the reality. Your body doesn't care where the calorie burn comes from. It doesn't matter if you're sprinting uphill, doing burpees, or just walking around your neighborhood. Calories burned are calories burned. What actually matters is consistency. And the easiest way to stay consistent is by doing something you're already doing every single day anyway. Aim for 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. No joint pain like running gives you. No recovery tax like heavy lifting. And none of those insane post-cardio hunger spikes where you demolish half your fridge and undo every calorie you just burned. Just easy, low-effort calorie burn straight from your feet. And the best part is, you can hit those steps without even thinking about it. Just by moving more throughout your normal day. Walk while you're on the phone. Park at the far end of the parking lot instead of circling for 10 minutes looking for the closest spot. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Go outside for a walk to clear your head and get some fresh air. You don't even have to call it exercise. It's just living your life with a bit more movement built in. And yeah, those steps add up way faster than you think. Bonus benefits of walking that nobody mentions. Lower stress levels because walking actually reduces cortisol. Better sleep quality, which means better recovery and more muscle growth. And you can do it while listening to music, podcasts, or audiobooks. It's basically free calories burned while you're entertained. Now, you don't need to jump straight to 10,000 steps tomorrow. Start small. Add 2,000 steps to whatever you're doing now. That's literally 2 10-minute walks. One in the morning, one in the evening. Once that feels easy, add another 2,000. Keep building until you're comfortably cruising at 7,000 to 10,000 steps every day. MyFitnessPal and Lose It both connect to your phone's step counter, so you'll know exactly where you stand without guessing. This two-step method sounds almost too simple to work, but that's exactly why it does work. Those small daily habits compound over time. Day after day, week after week, the calories add up. Combine consistent walking with a proper calorie deficit, and your belly fat doesn't stand a chance. It's not about doing something extreme for 2 weeks and then quitting. It's about doing something sustainable that you can maintain for months until you actually see results. That's how you win.